Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by on my channel, thank you for stopping by on my channel. Anyways, I am Scholastica. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber, lifestyle content creator, and food influencer as well. I know it's like a hard time for everybody in the world because of the COVID-19, but I need everybody to just relax, chill, let's just have fun. We're going to get over it and we'll be fine. But before we get into this video, I need all of you to sanitize your hands. Let's go. Just in case you've not sanitized your hands today or you've not washed your hands, let's just sanitize together. Okay, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about driving in Nigeria, actually being a learner on the streets of Nigeria, precisely in Abuja. Anyways, let me tell you what it means to be a learner on the streets of Abuja, because I was once a learner, but now I have gone from this to this. Anyways, before you become a learner, before you even think of learning how to drive, you're going to go to a driving school. That's the first thing. So many people recommend ASO driving school because a lot of people have gone there and all. And ASO is literally like the best driving. Get out of here. ASO driving school is literally like the best in Abuja. That's what they say, and I've experienced a little bit of them, and I feel like they are more welcoming and understanding. But let me tell you things about driving school in Nigeria. Hey, they are going to tell you are going to learn for a month or 3 weeks. Some will charge you 25, some will charge you 50. All depends on what you want. There are different classes and what they charge. Some are going to tell you are going to learn. They are going to teach you how to reverse. They are going to teach you how to navigate. It's a lie. It's a big lie. I just said that. Anyways, I started driving in 2017. I didn't start with a driving school. My driver was always coming to school to pick me, and he was like, I'm getting too lazy, I should try and drive. So I know I needed like a permit or something to start driving, but the only thing I was doing was driving around my estate or my street. So I was learning how to reverse, how to turn, how to do this, and I started with manual. So it was really hard for me because every time that I am done driving with manual, my mom would see my legs. My legs were always swollen, and I never told her I was learning how to drive. So she was always suspecting, what's happening to my daughter? Is she pregnant? Is she this? Is she that? I knew all those things, but until one day I told her, okay, apparently I've been learning how to drive and I've been using the manual, and the whole clutch change, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, everything was just affecting my leg. So because of the whole driving manual, I just gave up. I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna learn how to drive again. And I just stopped in 2017. 2018 I never drove. 2019 I drove. I started driving again in 2019. And at this point in 2019, I was like, I'm not going to depend on drivers anymore because my dad is a driver freak. He's his girl, don't stress yourself. My girls, don't stress yourself. And then he's like, okay, your driver will take you to school. And I'm like, now, unfortunately, I had one nonsense driver in 2019. And I prayed to God for him to just go, because I was learning how to drive. He wasn't telling me like everything, oh, be on this lane, do this one, do that one. And I was trying so hard. My driver I had a nonsense driver in 2019, and he looked at me through the window, not you, bro. So he wasn't telling me how to do this, do that, do that. So one day I told myself in school that I was going to drive home. Now, if you know now, University of Nigeria here in Abuja, it's like you're getting on the express road to the airport and all that. And I took the key and I drove my way home. Now, I didn't just go through the normal Apple Bridge. I went through Wuse, and I was like, Jesus, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to. But I feel like at that point, I figured out that driving was all about your mindset. And I drove my way back home. That day, everybody was like, nah, my girl is ready to drive. And guess what? It was automatic. I wasn't driving, no manual. I got home and I told my mom, oh, I drove. My mom is like, you can't be driving on the streets without a permit or a license, so you need to register in a driving school. And I'm like, okay. So I did all that, everything came out. Now, in a driving school, they're going to give you a permit at some point. And when they give you a permit, it's going to look, okay, this is not my first permit. I had the first permit that was, I think it was the, I don't know if it was the C class or the B class. It was the same thing. It comes like this. This is how a permit comes. Oh, my Scruffy ID card, my Scruffy passport. So this is how a permit comes. So I was using that one to drive for a long time. So I think it expires after 3 months. So after 3 months of learning how to drive, I went back to VIO to fill a form, that I needed my license. I've gone driving, my driving school certificate, everything. You have to take a driving school certificate if you're not getting your license through your driving school and you just want to go through VIO. I mean, not VIO,
Jesus is Lord. We do keep quiet.
Section, something, organization. I don't know, I'm going to put it there. But I know it. I know it. I don't know it, so I'm just gonna put the video of VIO down there. So I went to VIO at Mabushi. So they were like, oh, they needed my driving school certificate. I handed it over to them, and then at some point they're like, okay, they'll have to give me a permit that shows, okay, they are processing my license. I'm like, I was tired of permits, but I really liked the whole learner sign, so I wasn't even bothered. So they gave me, this was another permit they gave me. Now, they gave me this form to fill for my license. And I submitted everything to them, and I had to photocopy everything just to wait. Now, I waited for the license to come out. It was hell. I was waiting. 1 month passed, and they were like, oh, your license. I was like, my license? No one is calling me for my license. And at that point, I just gave up because I was really tired of waiting. So I even stopped contacting anybody. And I think they even forgot about me because it was ready. So one morning, I called the guy. I'm like, my license. And he's like, oh my God, you've not gotten your license. I woke up happily going there. The whole COVID-19, like, oh, no going out, social distancing and everything. I went there and the guy's like, okay, it's actually the temporary license you're going to get now. And I'm like, why did you wake me up? You woke me up by 8 that I should come and collect my license, and I'm coming to collect temporary license. But anyways, I got my license. This is the temporary license. The permanent one will come out. I actually paid for 5 years. Hello? I actually paid for 5 years, and I think 5 years is like 20,000 or something. And hopefully my permanent license will be coming out soon, like next week thereabout. But anyways, let me just go into the cocoa of it. Driving as a lady in Abuja and you are a learner. They are gonna horn you out like this. They are gonna push you out, but if you have mind, the road is for you. Anyways, at this point, 3 of my friends were learners with me. So I had the 2 favors and myself. Yeah, 3. Okay, yes, we were actually for learning at that point because Annabelle was learning as well, because we were learners. So yeah, we're no longer learners, we were learners. So it was fun that Favor had a car, Favor 1 had a car, Favor 2 had a car, and I had a car. So like every time we had issues, like we just talk about the learning thingy, how it gives us privilege. A lot of people do not want to drive behind learners, so they just shift away because learners, we can just break anytime. And some don't even want to be by our sides, they just want to take off, like let them be going. And it's a good thing, be going to where you're going to. I'm driving, I know my lane, I know everything. But at some point, you know, they always say learners be at your right. Now in Nigeria, don't trust that shit, don't try it, because that is where a lot of taxi drivers, keke napep drivers, bus drivers just want to brake without even giving you any sign. They just brake like that. So you as a learner coming, you're going to hit that car. And so I always advise you're either in the middle. But if you feel you can handle the speed lane and they don't push you out of the speed lane, then you can be on the speed lane. The speed lane is on your left, the middle, and then I think they call this the learner's lane or something, the right lane or something. The learner's lane is on the right, the speed lane is on the left. So anytime you're driving, just know that. But every time we always try to stay in the middle, it was better and all that. A lot of girls actually feel very embarrassed because of that L sign. Because of this L sign. This sign really makes people embarrassed. Why? I don't know. I'm not a learner anymore. I don't know. I really loved my L tags. Apparently, I forgot to tell you guys, they give you like these two things. So this is for the front and this is for the back. So this is my ASO driving school learner sign, and so this is for the front and this is for the back. So a lot of girls hate that learner sign because they feel it's depressing, it's just useless. Why will I have a learner sign? Blah blah blah. I was proud of my learner sign. I held it to my chest because I knew I was a learner. At some point, if I couldn't reverse somewhere, I calmed down and I asked the next person, Oga, you that you're directing me to reverse, turn my hand left, come and do it. Honestly, there was no shame in anything, but some girls just feel like, oh, I can't be a learner. Then learn in your house, don't come on the streets, because there's no time for that reps thing or anything. If you cannot be true on the road, then get off the road. So apparently, another point is when you're driving as a learner, you're going to be trying to navigate, you're going to be trying to turn and turn and turn, and you're going to see a fine guy in the next car who is not a learner. And at that point, you're just going to be like, okay, let me just behave like I'm not a learner. Sister, you're a learner. Don't forget that. Don't even forget that. You are still a learner. But then you're just going to improve your skills at that point when you see somebody that is really cute and good looking at the other car or in the other car. And yeah, so you're going to drive better on the road. Again, at some point, I would advise as well, when learning how to drive, learn with different cars. If you're going to start with, if you're going to start with an SUV, after an SUV, use a saloon car to learn how to drive. I was always using my SUVs to learn how to drive. And after I was done, the day I got into a saloon car, I was like, what's happening? Am I on the road? I'm on the floor. Like, I was adjusting my mirror. I was like, what's happening? I feel like I'm on the road. And my friend was like, you always learned how to drive with a saloon. You always learned how to drive with an SUV. So an SUV is higher. This is the saloon car, is down. So you should understand. And I'm like, oh, I see. I literally wish like I learned how to drive with a saloon car as well. But I always used an SUV. Anyways, what again? What again? There's really nothing much, but learning how to drive in Nigeria is a difficult task, to be honest, because sometimes whoever is teaching you to learn how to drive may be sleeping. If you've had that experience of driving in school where your driver will just tell you, they go, just they move, they go, and they are sleeping. You literally do not even know reverse, drive, or anything, and they are sleeping. You just have to give your life to Christ at that point. But then there are some that are really chilled. They are awake with you, they're taking you through the journey and telling you what to do. And they're going to tell you about your bonnet and all those things. So I feel like at this point where everybody's jobless, just start by warming a car. If you don't know how to drive, take your mom's car key, take your dad's car key, or anybody's, just learn how to warm the car. Start by learning how to warm the car. If you have somebody at home, tell the person to teach you everything about the bonnet. But it's so funny, I don't know everything in my bonnet. I don't know everything in my bonnet, but I'm going to do that this holiday and just learn a lot of things in my bonnet. But anyways, just tell somebody to tell you, what's in the bonnet. From the bonnet, warm the car. From warming the car, reverse the car. From reversing the car, pack the car. From packing the car, drive the car on your streets and come back. Okay, stay indoors. Don't drive it out of your compound, but just do something, learn. Just learn. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, give it a like. If you want to know more, comment about it. I was not planning to shoot this video, but I was like, a lot of people are scared to drive. Just drive. Don't be scared. I was once scared. I started learning how to drive in 2017, and it never went through till 2020. So just drive, just keep driving. You will get there. Don't be scared of anything. Like, you know, people always say like, if you really want to learn how to drive, you have to have the first accident. My whole experience of learning how to drive as a learner, I never hit anything, I never hit anybody. But my friend Favor, the last person that you guys saw on my channel, Favor has hit everybody on the streets. She has hit her car, she has changed car. People are different. Just learn how to, just keep driving. Just keep driving. You are going to get there. don't be scared, okay? So if you have any questions, just leave it down below. I'm going to be answering all your questions. Make sure you like, share, comment, do all this good stuff here. I'm going to see you in my next video. Goodbye, stay safe, wash your hands, and just before we go, do a little bit of sanitizing so we know we're fine, okay? So see you guys next time, and bye.